Poetry is finer and more philosophical than history, for poetry expresses the universal and history only the particular, meaning there actually has always been fundamental, imperative, necessary, noticeable, and critical differences between each and everything in the world, and also between each and every one of us in our regular circumstances and situations that we don't even recognize or identify, and we always take each other's communications, relationships, interactions, and friendships for granted always, and ultimately everything blows up on our faces because we never paid any attention, importance, significance to either our own distinctions or to that of the others that are always around us and that they always carry within themselves, because people do not leave anything behind. People always persist, whatever it is that they are, either it's positive or negative, good or bad, fair or unfair, just or unjustifiable, but people always continue and move forward with the same sort of qualities, virtues, values, or bad things that they always performed. Because people cannot be changed, and they rarely change, if at all. And we should stop trying also, changing, transforming people into something else entirely in our own image, ego, arrogance, knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, etc. Because that is absolutely unnecessary. And when it comes to poetry, then obviously there are fundamental, noticeable, necessary, imperative, critical difference between poetry and history. History always teaches us particular, limited, finite, and relative things and facts that happened in the past that can again also be exploited, manipulated, and changed in the present by the politicians, governments, for their own advantage and extension of power, and for brainwashing the citizens, inhabitants, and peoples in the society. So history can neither be taken for granted, nor is it permanent, universal, absolute all the time, because it's not fine. It's always limited, finite, and relative in itself, just as knowledge. So history always teaches us the particular, limited, finite, no matter how we approach it and how much we conquer it or possess it. But poetry, on the other hand, has always been focused on the development of not only character but also expression, significance, sovereignty, distinction, and individuality, that it is able to express so much more in so many few lines that history cannot even imagine or do in reality. So poetry obviously has philosophy packed within it that expressed only in few lines and few